Quick shout out to my mate Max for providing me with the delicious beverages that's given me the confidence to make this video. Thank you very much, you fantastic fishhead. The movie The Hunt is probably one that slipped through the cracks for a lot of people. On the surface, it was just another typical Blumhouse production that I would have not barely given a second thought about. But then I heard about this movie causing a little bit of controversy, being called perverted, demented, or downright evil. With the internet flaring up in disgust at this film, it even got President Trump tweeting about it. When most films will pick and choose the best quotes in their critics' reviews to place on posters and in their TV spots, this movie jumped at the excitement of people's despair and disapproval of it, and they completely covered their poster in the comments that would deter you from watching it. I watched the trailer, and the premise was Saw-esque, in a bunch of strangers find themselves waking up in the middle of a forest with no memory of how they got there, each of them gagged with something not unlike the Dominic's Deluxe, which is a cheap yet effective way of immediate inhibition of speech. We all know what it's like to have a gag that hurts, but with this gag, you and your partner will never be more vocal about silence. But we all know that, obviously. So the gag people come across a wooden crate of weapons, and despite their differences, each of them need to work together to solve the mystery of what happened to them and how they all got there. Not anything groundbreaking in terms of story, but it definitely had my intrigue. The movie started off in the exact same way the trailer led me to believe, and then did a complete 180 on me and caught me off guard. If you've seen James Gunn's The Suicide Squad, picture that kind of introduction to these characters. It so clearly laid the groundwork for Justin Hartley to be the hero of the story. The handsome, fit, kind-hearted guy was so clearly the protagonist of this story. But he died about 2 minutes into the film. So then, as expected, the story's lead, the loudmouth conspiracy theorist, who was played by possibly the most recognized actor in the team, Ike Barinholtz, was to take up the mantle of our film's Dark Knight, our Man of Steel. But he died about 15 minutes into the film. At which point, it became more and more clear that the actress Betty Gilpin's character, Crystal, was the story's William Wallace, this tale's Jake Sully, the fabled Joan of Arc of this aggressive allegory. The story is, the elites of America, who are far-left liberal, politically leaning, each year collect far-right provocateurs, who disagree with the mainstream status quo and they publicly voice it. They are taken to a field and the rich dicks hunt them down like the filth they are. But later on in the film, when things start unfolding and all is being revealed, it's shown that the people who are being hunted were spreading fake conspiracies that these elites would hunt people, when they weren't. The aristocrats of this story then lost their jobs because of that conspiracy theory, and in return, they collected the people who made the lie and hunted them down in the way they said. It's kind of like a self-fulfilling prophecy. You get an idea of the people that are hunting them with this very, very strange moment where this person is gasping for air, and this twatbag tries to sound so tough by talking about climate change.
For the record, asshole, climate change is real.
It's not exactly an Arnold Schwarzenegger moment, but alright. The comedy in this movie is more subtle, well, not really, it's more punch you in the fucking face. But there is this great moment when this supposed refugee is being questioned and he reveals to the other person that he is actually one of the people hunting him.
I don't think they believe you, Gary. Did you hear him? Did you hear him?
I'd love to talk about more of the characters in this film outside of Crystal, but there's really not many people to talk about. Saying that though, Betty Gilpin, aside from being a babe, does a great job in this film, and I feel she's stepped up her acting game and ready to take on bigger roles. She plays this quiet, timid, observant character who is smart, and her survival skills are what drives the movie. God knows what she's doing with this leaf. Whether it's something or not that's practical in real life, I don't know, but it impresses me. Something else displaying her survival skills is that she manages to figure out some of the people who are after her by the cost of cigarettes in Arkansas.
We're in the glorious state of Arkansas.
cigarettes in Arkansas only cost $6. You fucked up, bitch!
Another scene that really displays her badassery is where she single-handedly takes on several people. But there is a highlight to this movie. The guy, he just looks so proud of himself for removing the magazine. It's just little moments like this that make me appreciate this film. Although, I do have my disbelief about her taking on this bloke. But for the sake of the movie, fuck yeah! Remember Hilary Swank, the two-time Oscar winner, who used to do daring films, challenging gender roles in Boys Don't Cry, or never listening to the naysayers and proving that hard work and belief in oneself will overcome the odds in $1 Million Baby? Well, here she plays a pretentious, overconfident elite who tries so hard to be suave and elegant, but clearly doesn't give a fuck about the role because she only had one thing in mind. I'd say credit to her and Betty Gilpin for the end fight scene, but believe me, it is a good one, although I think the credit needs to go to the stunt team. Good job, team! There are many aspects of this film that plays itself to be quite simple, and it tends to fall on the characteristics of the people who are being hunted. But then there are the things that are attempting to be more philosophical and intelligent, but that comes from the hunters. Now, by no means am I an educated person. After all, I attended Templestowe College in the early 2000s where they taught that the Earth was flat and the moon landing never happened. But as much as those things are true, I digress. The movie tried to employ characters of Animal Farm onto these people that they're hunting, often referring to Crystal as Snowball. I, having recently read Animal Farm, can't find any fucking connection, correlation, relation, or masturbation about the two stories. Which leads me to believe that the person who wrote this film wants to just sound smart and say, yeah, I know things about stuff. Who was this modern day George Orwell we have to praise for this perfection? Nick Cuse and Damon fucking Lindelof. The two people who ruined Watchmen. Now, I'm not too familiar with Nick Cuse's work so much, but David Lindelof is one known for overbloated, unintelligent crap. Why do I say that? HBO's Watchmen, which completely ignored everything that the original story was about. Tomorrowland, bringing another Disneyland ride to life. World War Z, fun movie, pretty cool, but it was 3 movies in one and needed to slow down. Prometheus, where you have to watch the behind-the-scenes Q&A with Ridley Scott to know what the fuck was happening. And the show Lost, the epitome of drunken sex. Starting off hard and fast, but before you know it, you can't feel anything, and you use all your willpower to finish. Damon Lindelof can suck a fuck.
Oh, please tell me, Elizabeth, how exactly does one suck a fuck?
Closing off now, one thing I did find particularly refreshing about this movie is that Hollywood seems to be swinging the pendulum in one direction lately, in terms of who the good guys are and who the bad guys are. But in this film, they really flipped the coin and they took it the other way. This is far from being a movie that will go down in history as one of the greats. It was good fun to watch, and something a little different, but I'm honestly wondering if the controversy was a bunch of people that couldn't handle their beliefs being the ones that the bad guys held. So, when would I recommend watching this movie? I'd recommend on a Friday evening with your most vegan feminist activist on your left and your hunting, meat-eating Christian friend on your right. Sit down and shower in the chaos. And once it's over, start the movie and enjoy.